Hello and welcome to all my fire signs, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the week of the 22nd to the 28th of May 2023. I have got two amazing decks on the table here in front of me. Let's get in and see what the week ahead has in store for you. The Oracle deck that I am working with this week is Denise Lynn's Sacred Forest Oracle, and the tarot that I'm working with is the Lunar Soul Tarot. We're going to shift that one just slightly out of the way and let's start with the Oracle. So we are almost at the end of May, 22nd to the 28th of May. Well, let's see what is the theme for the week ahead. So the week ahead for Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. What is the week ahead? The theme for the week ahead. What kind of energies are you navigating and dealing with for the week ahead? Let's have a look, fire signs. Let's have a look. I'm happy with that shuffle. Cut the deck and let's take a card. The theme for us, I'm sorry, I've moved house, so the lighting is different to what I'm used to, so bear with me. Gonna have to try and figure it out. Right, we have got a phoenix and transmutation. Here we have the phoenix rising out of the flames, rising out of the fire, and isn't that just so appropriate for all of us fire signs? I myself am fire sign, as you might know, and phoenix is about the transmutation. It is about the coming out of the creativity, the passion, the fire, all of those kind of things, and coming to life and creating a life like no other. So I think that is just quite amazing. I know it's appropriate for me, but I mean, obviously this is for the collective, for all Aries, Leo and Sag. I'm just going to shuffle the tarot while we're chatting. Because I know for me, I've just moved house, so there is a lot of shifts, a lot of changes, a lot of things coming to life. Even recording this video is quite different from my normal, but adapting, and I'm so excited for the opportunities and the things that this new home is going to offer us. So Phoenix and transmutation for the week ahead, for me as a fire sign, I can accept, and I hope for you as well. So let's have a look. Aries, Leo and Sag, where are we transmuting? Where do we need to embrace phoenix energy of change, of transmutation, of evolution? Let's have a look. Right, oops. Happy with that shuffle. Let's cut the deck. Card number one that we have is the Seven of Swords. Card number two that we have is the Eight of Discs, otherwise known as the Eight of Pentacles. Card number three is the Ten of Wands. I can't see where my mat ends to see if I've got space for another one. Do I? Yeah, we'll fit it in. We'll fit it in. Ace of Discs. Right, we're going to squish them in there. Let's move the tarot out of the way and let's bring all of these down. Forgive me for fiddling, but you know that's what I do. Right, so fire signs, Aries, Leo and Sag. We've got the Phoenix energy telling us that this is a week of change. This is a week of transmutation, but it's also the week where we have to get into our passions. We've got to get into the things that excite us and the things that bring us to life, because that is where the transmutation, the change and the evolution is taking place. The challenge that we have is that we're sitting in the shadows. Right, so if we have a look at this card, so you can see that he's sort of hovering in the shadows. We've got light over there. He's also clutching and holding as best as he can 6 different swords. They are not in any kind of protective covering, which means that, you know, there's a chance that he's going to slice himself over. And in the light is another sword. And he's looking at it thinking, oh, I want to take it. But he, first of all, he doesn't have a free hand. He doesn't have a free anything to grab it. So a little bit of strategy is needed here, a little bit of planning, but also a little bit of cunning. Okay, so I feel like he needs to be a little bit smart about his actions and his behaviors. He needs to be a little bit more manipulative, if I can put it that way, because he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to achieve, but he needs to find a way of doing it, of getting it, of being it. Okay, so that's basically saying to us fire signs that we need to know what it is we want to achieve. We need to have an idea on how we're going to do it, and we need to have the courage and the motivation and the courage, really, to actually get on and do it. But we do need to have a plan, because to me the Seven of Swords is the card of planning. It's like, if you don't have a plan, you're not going to succeed. If you don't know what you're doing, well, you're not going to succeed at anything. And then our next card we have is the Eight of Discs. Now, the Eight of Discs is the card of hard work, but it's the card of mastering a skill. It's the card of being dedicated and focused and determined to do the work that needs to be done every single day in order to achieve the outcomes. And I mean, and just look at the detail of what it is that he's creating. These mandalas are absolutely exquisite. And he sits there, he's not conscious of what's going on around him. His focus is on drawing, creating the mandala. So it's, again, the message is that hard work and repetition will pay off. So there is change. There is change that needs to happen. We need to step into our power. We need to step into our power. We need to be brave. We need to be courageous. But we also need to do the work that needs to be done. And we need to focus on the fine details. We need to focus on all the little itty bitty things, because that's where our truth lies. That's where our opportunity exists. And that's where we're going to find our success. We must not allow ourselves to feel so overworked, so overburdened. We mustn't allow ourselves to feel panicked, fearful, nervous, anxious. I mean, look at him. So it's interesting how we went from carrying a couple of swords to suddenly carrying 10 sticks. And you can see how these 10 sticks are burdening him. I have to tilt the card so that we don't glare with the light. These 10 sticks are really causing a little bit of chaos, a little bit of havoc for him. And you can see by the expression on his face that he's quite burdened by this, all right? It's not so easy. He's feeling quite stressed. He's feeling quite anxious, but he's still succeeding. So I think the message of fire signs for Aries, Leo, Sag is saying to you that we need a plan. We need to understand that evolution and change is happening for us this week. We need to release our passions. We need to release our fires. We need to release our enthusiasm. We need to have a plan. We need to focus on the detail. We need to just get busy and do what needs to be done. And when things start feeling quite overwhelming, you will know that when you start feeling that way, that you are literally that close. I mean, I'm looking at the gap between my nails. You are literally that close. I'm even going to make it smaller. You are literally that close to succeeding and accomplishing and achieving everything that you need to. And it's going to set you off on new beginnings. So here we have the beautiful Ace of Discs. We have all these flowers, all different colors, all different beauties, all different everything coming to life. And when you plant a seed, we plant a seed and there's enthusiasm and excitement and like, yeah, the flower's going to grow. But then you have to wait a long time for the flower to do, or the plant to do what it needs to do before it starts bearing fruit or bearing flowers, a bud. This is where we are. So this week, fire signs, is a week for you to get your game on, to understand that it's time for you to drive your passions, not anybody else's passion. We're not worrying about anybody else's needs, wants, and desires. We're focusing on our own. We're focusing on the things that are important for us. Have a plan, have a strategy. And if you can see something that you can take advantage of, by all means go for it. Take advantage, don't hold back, but understand that repetitive hard work is what is needed in order to perfect the skill, in order to perfect whatever it is that you are doing. And it's going to be tough, of course it is. No kind of transmutation is easy. But it's when it gets really, really tough, that's when you're going to remember this conversation, remember this message, and say, you know what, now I'm feeling it in a major way, which means I'm so close to success, I'm so close to overcoming, I'm so close to succeeding and achieving everything that I need to. And then everything that's beautiful and magic and special is going to come to flower. Everything's going to open up, and opportunities are going to be there, which are going to be absolutely fantastic. So fire signs, it looks like we are in for an interesting week, a week where we have to step up, okay? Not be afraid to step into the fire or to come out of the fire, but to allow our passions to come to life. And when your passions come to life, everything else sort of just flows. Yes, there is a lot of hard work, but the rewards are aplenty. The rewards are there for us in a big way. And to me, that makes it all worth it, isn't it? That makes it all absolutely worthwhile. So, fire signs, thank you for being with me. Wishing you an amazing week ahead, as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, fire signs.